All right, welcome back to the end of day two. Not quite the end of day two. We've got one great session left, but there's been a ton of speakers today that were awesome. And like I said, and by the way, Macau, how are you?
Yes, I'm wonderful. I'm wonderful.
Did you
As
take
good
a
as we
break?
can. I took a little break. I got my coffee and yeah,
Very,
ready to
very
go.
good. So I just want to, before I introduce our guests, I just wanted to go over some of the things that, just something that's really important. And we talked about it at the end of the last session, but it's making sure you get things done. And one of the best things to do to get things done while you're listening, or if you're going back to the Facebook group and listening, it's to take action points. It's very easy to get information overload, especially when you have 21 speakers and it's over a 3-day period. So make sure, and if you haven't done this, I'd start doing it today, right now, and leading into tomorrow. And that's taking action points. If you're listening, don't take a lot of notes, just take things that stand out. And if something stands out, you have to go back and hear it again, just make note of it. But if you're going to write down a million things, it's a million things you'll never get done. Bring it down to 5, 6, 7, like just action points, even if it's 1 or 2 per speaker, then figure it out and try to get at least one thing done a day, just one thing. And like I said earlier, if you do that one thing, that one action point, you're doing way more than anybody else. So just wanted to point that out. Now, Mikkel, I don't know if you wanted to talk about the speakers. Or no, the sponsors, the other S.
Sponsor.
Yeah.
We can talk about the speakers, the sponsors,
anything you want.
Yeah, we also need to thank all our speakers. You know, it's all of them took the time and came and give their best knowledge to share in the conference. So I want to thank all the speakers. I don't think I'm gonna probably remember the 20 plus, but thank you guys. And of course, we couldn't be here without our sponsors that we can pull this whole thing together. And so we really want to thank all our sponsors, VAA Philippines. So thank you, VAA, and Celebrate. It's a tool. It's an amazing tool for Walmart. You guys go check it out. Actually, a quick note about Celebrate. They will be given 5 memberships for free, but you need to go and register to the free trial. So if you guys interested in winning, and they're very generous to give a couple of memberships. So you guys going to, and we will announce the names tomorrow. So you guys go, we have a post about it. So make sure you find it and go register, or let them know you came from the summit, so they know that you guys are in the contest. And thank you for Portal, that they were so amazing, kind of last minute. Decided to join us and support us, and we had an amazing session with them yesterday about advertisement. So make sure you check it out, because it was such good knowledge in that session. And Connect Books, if you guys don't know what to do because you have so many stores and it's this, to do your books is getting out of control. So definitely check out Connect Books, and we are the sponsors as well. So eCom Creative Team and Hunu Worldwide, and we have a great guest with us today.
Who's
so
also
Norm,
a sponsor.
Also sponsors, yes. So yeah.
So we'll get to. It's a great segue. There we go. It's like it was almost planned.
Yes, I'm gonna let you introduce our last sponsors, and because he's right here. So
well, this is I'm loving this because I've known our guests for 28 years, maybe even more now, but 28 years, and met them through an entrepreneurial organization called YEO, now known as EO, and we've just got this incredible friendship. And during this time period, he's gone on to just do some remarkable things. He'll talk a bit about that in a second. But over the last 10 years, he started to write a book 10 years ago, and just really about if you're an entrepreneur or a seller that's just starting out, I got so excited about this because I've read it, and I just thought it's just an incredible, really incredible book. Not only is it incredible, in the first 3 days, I believe it hit bestseller list on Amazon. Well, the first day it became #2 in entrepreneurship on Amazon. So Forbes is behind this, and this is a very long introduction, but it's to my good friend Colin Campbell, and he just published Start, Scale, Exit, Repeat. And I'll let him get into all of this. And because you might say, why Walmart? Why on Walmart? This is a Walmart summit. No, it's not. This is really about how to become a better online seller. And that means becoming a better business person. And Colin, you can head it up from there. How are you, sir?
How are you doing, Norm, and everyone else? Appreciate this, Carrie and Michelle and Nicole coming on. I really am excited to be here. Let me say this. You are not a Walmart seller. You are an entrepreneur. Your trade is entrepreneurship, and you need to master that trade like any other trade. This book, I spent 30 years as a serial entrepreneur, 10 years writing this book, 2 years with 6 staff completing the book, over 200 interviews. And we've done what we can to figure out what it takes to make a startup successful. One of my companies is paw.com, 3 years in a row on the Inc. 5000 list. We grew to $39 million over the last 3 years, in 3 years in a row. And let me tell you this, e-commerce is probably one of the best businesses to be in. But we got to find a space. You got to find your differentiation. Where's your white space? You know, Norm, I had the opportunity in this book, we talk about Joe Foster, who started Reebok.
Right.
You know, in the first 19 years of his career, he had $9 million in sales. Now listen to this, $9 million. In 4 years, he hit 900 million. How did he do it? How did he do it, Norm?
I read the book.
But it starts with reviews. He got 5-star reviews for his 3 shoes. This is 1979. Jane Fonda wore his shoes. He never even paid her. Never even paid her. That's the first influencer. So think about this. What's old again is new again. It doesn't change. So we try to capture as many stories as we possibly can to start, scale, exit, repeat. I mean, we really try to conquer the question, what does it take to make a startup successful? And I believe we've achieved part of that. You're never going to conquer that, but I believe we've come closer to conquering it than any other book that's ever been out there. And we launched this book last week. By the way, it launched #1 in 3 categories. And guess what? It launched #1 for e-commerce on Amazon. #1 debuted on e-commerce for Amazon. And a lot of the book has a lot to do with e-commerce because a lot of the companies in my incubator are e-commerce based, but that doesn't matter. All of the concepts in the book are universal. To start, scale, exit, repeat, we need to start thinking about our businesses in start. What is our story? People, money, and systems. You know, how much money do we need? Who are the people we need to get to our next stage gate to launch this startup? And in scale, what is the story? People, money, and systems. And by the way, the vast majority of companies in America do not scale, 99%. But there actually is a formula to scale. You can take your Walmart business and you can scale it. And I'm going to tell you one more thing, Norm, before you cut me off. It's called the X Factor. Domino's Pizza, 30 minutes are free. Joe Foster, aerobics shoes. Paw.com, dog bed rugs, waterproof blankets, memory foam car seats. What we're talking about here is the white space. every single listener on your show today should be thinking about these three things. How do I fail more? Now, let me be clear. How do I test and fail more, scale winners quickly, and cut losers fast? Those 10 words, if you can ingrain those words in your e-commerce business, you can see success, because we did that in paw.com. Test and fail more, scale winners quickly, cut losers fast. That's it. Drop the mic.
There you go. And you know, the other thing about quick succeed and failures, I call it, with the other podcasts that I know this guy, I called it fail to succeed. You need to fail to truly succeed. And this story always gets me, but let's just take it back one notch. Let's not talk about e-commerce for a second. Let's go back. You've had some major failures in your business life, and in your 20s. Let's go back to that one. You were, so first of all, yeah, I want to go back to that one. I think it's important. Right. I think everybody on here is, you know, oh, I'm failing on this one product. Oh, this launch failed. They got to hear this. And this is I'm telling you, Colin is self-made. He's self-made. He didn't come from money. So what he's going to tell you is really incredible. But please don't get red-faced. Just tell a little bit.
I'll do it. No, look, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. And it's in the book. We go deep. Look, the reality is, if we can't share our failures, then others will not learn from them, right? And yes, it may be for a lot of us embarrassing, but the one thing the book does, we look at the successes and the failures, and we interview a number of people who had failures as well. If we can learn from those failures, we can figure out how not to repeat them. All right, so go back to my age at 28 years old. I'm a little bit older now, just a little bit. And my partners and I were running an internet company. We ran the largest internet service provider in Canada. In fact, we're the fastest growing company in Canada. This, the number one fastest growing company in Canada, called Internet Direct. And we decided to sell our company and merge with a cable company. We subsequently got the license to internet in Canada. We're publicly traded, and the stock went to over $1 billion. Now, understand, I'm 28 years old. I own 13% of this company. We had over $1 billion in valuation, but my stock was locked up. Well, something happened in March of 2000, March of 2000, right? Do you remember what happened in March of 2000, Norm?
Oh yeah, I was crying. You were crying.
What happened? Then they announced that Microsoft was going to break. Some judge decides they're going to break up Microsoft in March, and the Nasdaq falls from 5,000 to 4,000. And the company that I had merged with and I had no control over decided they had to pull their $50 million offering, and they pulled it because the Nasdaq hit 4,000. They said, let's wait till it comes back. Well, guess what? The Nasdaq hit 1,200, right? It was called the .com crash. And by the way, it happens. We saw it happen in 2022, the tech wreck. We saw that happen. This is part of entrepreneurial life. We saw e-commerce valuations collapse over the last 24 months, collapse 90% in some cases. And we're talking public companies like Allbirds, Wayfair. We're talking about Casper. We're talking about so many e-commerce companies that were blowing up, just collapsed. Well, in 2000, we were hit with the .com crash. And that company that was $19 a share, I sold all my shares for 6 cents a share a few months later under bankruptcy protection. And so what were the lessons that I learned from that? Well, a lot of that's gone into the book. And actually, I don't believe the book would be there today without this lesson. Because start, scale, exit, repeat means exit. There's a part of the equation that a lot of entrepreneurs don't get. You're in that space where you've got that product on Walmart and you are killing it. You know what? There's an opportunity to exit at the right time and when you're killing it. And I'm telling you, you can get a lot more benefit by repeating what you do over and over again and staying in the same lane. And you can do that. And we go through meticulously through the book, we go through every aspect of starting, scaling, exiting, and repeating. You are not the CEO of your e-commerce product. You are an entrepreneur. Your trade is entrepreneurship. You are a master of your trade. You need to master that trade, period. Norm, your startup failures are the scars of your past that guide your future ventures forward. That's what happened. I learned from that. And those are my scars, and I live with them today. And I will guide my future based on that. And that's where the book comes from a place of believing in how, as entrepreneurs, we can start, scale, exit, repeat, catch waves. By the way, we didn't talk a lot about like how to start and scale, but catch the waves, build companies at scale, build a moat around your company, launch, do an X factor, something that's unique and different than anything else, and scale that business. You do those kind of things, you can kill it in your market. But eventually, you got to check out, cash in, make some money, and exit. And you want to do that when things are hot. You don't want to do that today. You want to do that when GameStop is $300 a share, when NFTs are $500,000 in NFT, when the kind of craziness that we saw last year. That's when you see that insanity. That's when you want to exit stage left.
Very good.
So,
very good.
That's the story.
Just one last quick thing, and then we're going to get on with our little Walmart talk today. The book, has it completely sold out in hard copy, or is it just available in Kindle right now?
Well, if I answer the question, then more people will buy the hard copy. And I got good news today. It's going to be restocked on October 31st.
Okay.
It's going to be restocked. They ordered 3 weeks ago, the book, 2,000 new copies. The hard book has 91 copies left as of now.
Very good.
That's it. 91 of 1,500. We sold in 6 days. And that's hard copy.
Yeah.
Nobody reads hard copy. We never
500 pages. It's like
we never anticipated this demand. Oh yeah. Have you got I got the book here. I don't know if people can see this, or is it a visual? Or I don't know.
It's visual. There it is. It's
I mean, this thing is a brick. It is a brick.
How about an Audible edition?
Forbes.
An Audible edition?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it is.
It's coming out in 2 days.
Yeah.
The Audible's in 2 days, but it's a brick. I'll tell you, this thing has over 30 illustrations, 200 callouts. We designed it for ADHD, 58 chapters. Every chapter is short. People have told me they've read this book and they are like, I never read books. It's so short, quick, and simple. I asked ChatGPT, because we loaded up the book into ChatGPT, right? And I said, okay, tell me about the writing style. And they said, this book is an extremely easy book to read with conversational writing style. So ChatGPT is telling us it's easy to read. A little elementary. I think it might have been a little bit insulting there, but it's a bit elementary in its diction. Okay, it's me. Look, I grew up on a farm, and you can tell when you read the book. Okay, it's not it's. No, I'm not joking, because when I was in a session last week, a lot of people were coming out and saying, "Oh, this is like a textbook. It's scholastic. It's like a be all and end all of startups." And no, it's a compilation of stories. It's very interesting. It's my stories, and it's dozens and dozens of other people's stories. It's not this complicated text. Pick it up, have a look. It's all about how you can start, scale, exit, repeat, period. It's such a simple concept if you begin to understand and break it down piece by piece. And in the very first section, we get to what's called a 4 sticky note business plan. Like literally in 30 minutes, any startup, anyone on your show could write in 30 minutes a 4 sticky note business plan. It will change the trajectory of their business. I do it all the time. I teach at NSU. I do cohorts, and all the time we do the 4 sticky note business plan, and it changes everything. And there's 4 sticky notes. Why sticky? Because they stick. They go up on your board, and they're small. We want to keep it really condensed, really small and short. And now this is not your business investor plan. This is your personal investor plan. And we put on the first one is story, which includes your purpose, the space you want to own, your X factor, your first stage gate, the people, who do we want to hire to get to our first stage gate, the money we want to raise to get to our first stage gate, and the systems, the KPIs we want to put in place. Now I'm jumping around very quickly, okay? But if you complete the 4 sticky note business plan, your chances of succeeding increase dramatically. If you join an incubator, your chances of succeeding with your business increase dramatically. Norm, I had on the CEO of SCORE on my podcast, Serial Entrepreneur Secrets Revealed, which is actually a live Clubhouse show. I had her on, and she has 10,000 volunteers. It's run by the SBA, the United States government. And she said, if you get a free, absolutely free mentor, your chances of succeeding increase by 3 times. 3 times.
Wow.
So you can do it on your own. You can do it in a garage, but I'm telling you, every startup takes a village. Join an incubator, read the book, write a 4 sticky note business plan, and increase your chances for success.
I have a question for people that don't know about incubator. What is it?
Incubator is an environment that you come and there are other startups and there are experts who help you launch your startup. There's office spaces, like general office spaces and whatnot. Like we have one where people come to our office and rent for $99. It's sort of a loose style of interaction. You talk with people, people help you out, you connect with people. I also teach at the Alan Levan Center, NSU, and they have a free incubator. I am the one who starts the incubator every 2 months. It's absolutely free. You can join it. Look in your local community, your local university. Just Google it. Absolutely free. In Alan Levan, I'm telling you, and the gentleman, John Westbein, who's the president, he calls it the Disney World for entrepreneurs. Literally. You go there, you got space, you got people to help you out. There's 10 experts. You go all the way through the process, and then you do a pitch in the end with actual real investors who can place money in your company. They connect you with government funding. This is just the Alan Levan Center. You want to look at, your local colleges, your local universities. You want to identify where can you connect your startup with an incubator. They're generally available, absolutely free and supportive. There are a lot of people that are going to help you launch your startup. I know you're not alone. You might think you're alone, but you're not. There's a lot of resources out there to help you launch the startup. We talk a lot about that in the book, Start, Scale, Exit, Repeat. And we start at the basics. So we don't if you're just starting out, it's perfect. If you've already been successful, it's perfect because this book takes you through from beginning all the way to exit and then how to repeat that over and over again. So, I can't say how excited we are with the reception that we've gotten. #1 debuted book on Amazon for e-commerce on the day we launched, Norm. I never imagined it would be that big. And we only did it last Tuesday. And I know it's not out on Audible yet. We're working on that. Okay, we're working on that. 2 days for now. We submitted over 3 weeks ago, 3.5 weeks ago. It'll be out pretty soon. And we hired the gentleman who did the Budweiser commercials. So he's actually the one who did the Audible. It's not my voice you have to listen to for 10 hours.
Thanks for the chance. I thought I could do it, but you just didn't
Well,
give me the chance.
you should listen to him. Like I was on a train coming back on the auto train from there's a train that goes from Virginia down to Orlando, and I'm listening to this this first time I heard it, I'm like captivated by it. After about 15 minutes of listening, I says, wait a minute, that's me. It's like it's not me. It doesn't feel like it's me. It feels like it's somebody else out there, some expert talking about this. It's actually a pretty weird situation listening to your own story through an Audible. But it's coming out, and we're very excited about it. And thank you very much for this opportunity to just share.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
Yeah, thank you for sponsoring, and thank you for we have 5. You were generous enough to give 5 books to 5 winners. So thank you so much. Actually, we have a winner for the book, but maybe we can. Are you sticking around with us?
I can probably stick around for another few minutes. I do have to go pretty soon, though.
So, why don't we announce the book?
Okay,
winner?
why don't we announce the book winner? Yes. And by the way, Colin, one of my sons snagged the book because it was so good. So there you go.
Well, did he give me a review?
I'm going to ask him. I don't think he had a chance. It was just Thanksgiving, so.
We had a funny situation at the cottage. So I was up in Canada too, and my 6-year-old nephew literally picked up the book. This was it just made everybody laugh because, you know, it's sort of sitting around, and he picked up the book. I can't pull it up right now, but he picked up the book and he was reading it, and we're like 6-year-old reading the book. It was fascinating to see that he did that, and maybe I can pull it up while you're talking, whatever. But hilarious. I mean, you can't look. I lost $100 million at the age of 28. A lot of people in this book lost a lot of money. And if you can learn from their failures, I'm convinced you can avoid them yourself. And it's a lot cheaper to read a book and learn from those failures than to do it yourself. I wish I had, it's funny, actually, I should say that. I'll read it. There he is, Joe Foster, the founder of Reebok. Colin, where were you, Colin, when my brother Jeff and I took the decision to leave our family sport footwear business to found Reebok? Your book, Start, Scale, Exit, Repeat, could have saved us a lot of pain. We'll end it at that.
Very good. All right, Colin. And while Colin's still available, who's the lucky winner, Mikal?
Yes, so we have a lucky winner. And I think you're extremely lucky because this book sounds awesome. I'm definitely going to grab a copy.
You're going to go out, aren't you? You're going to do it. You're going to get one of those 91 copies left.
Yes.
No, don't buy a hard copy.
No? All right, so I'm going to wait 2 days to get this Audible. I will
October
get
31st. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Actually, I'll be quite frank. This is the first print edition, and it's pretty cool. We did 1,500 books. We did 2,000 new books 2 weeks ago. But if you did want an original print edition of this book, you'd have to get it. There's only 91 left. So
there you go, Mikal.
Shouldn't say that, but there is.
Right. You might be sold out by tomorrow. So we'll
probably now.
We will see. But it's okay. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna maybe start with the Audible. But I think it's, even I'm just thinking for a second, this is like definitely like a really good gift to someone you really love that is, starting a business. So a great idea for gift, and it looks like amazing book. And I like all the advice. You just hit me with something that you said about, like fail, whatever I failed, just to cut it out and just focus on what's, it just, sometimes we need to hear that because
it's true.
Get too attached to
don't beat yourself up because you have one product failure. Oh my gosh. At paw.com, We've had so many successes. Guess what? We have 100-year supply of shampoo. By the way, if you want some shampoo, we'll sell you some shampoo. I'm joking. We totally
Dallas needs
failed.
some shampoo.
We totally
Norm needs
failed
a lot
at
of-
shampoo. We totally failed at CBD. We totally failed at vitamins. Where we killed it is where Joe Foster said, go in the white space, do something unique and different. They did aerobics shoes and went from 9 million to 900 million.
CrossFit.
Well, what we did, not CrossFit. This is actually
It-
time. We're going back now. We're going back to 80s. 80s didn't have CrossFit. We're going
I
back to
thought they
Jane
did.
Fonda. No, Jane Fonda and aerobics. And she wore the shoes, didn't pay her a cent. She wore the shoes and they went from 9 million to $900 million. They went into the white space. Paw.com went into the white space with the dog bed rugs. Paw.com went into the white space with the waterproof blankets. Paw.com went in the white space with memory foam car seats. And we're continuing to launch and patent more and more products as we go forward. That's the name of the game in your e-commerce. You got to go into that space, become different, find out your X factor, and launch that startup.
Yeah. All right. So the winner, I'm sure everybody's waiting. So the winner, congratulations, Igor. You won the book. I hope you're going to read it. And I hope you will even give Colin a feedback. And thank you so much, Colin.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate coming on.
All right,
see you later.
Colin. See you later.
Bye.
Have a good night. See you.
Yeah.
Okay. So I
All
hope everybody
right.
liked that. Man, there was a lot of people on, earlier.
We
and
could
I-
have gone hours with this conversation. This
We
man
could
is
have,
really
and he would have talked
interesting.
for hours.
Very-
He's awesome. He's an awesome guy. How would you like to lose? Actually, it was over $100 million by the age of 28.
Oh my goodness.
But come back and make it tenfold.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, I think that it's a good lesson because I know a lot of people, once they failed, they're scared to try again. And
yeah,
I think like I'm still failing every day. But I'm still like, I'm not giving up. I'm really not giving up. So I think that's like, but you need to fail many times, and then have a little bit success to understand that, just don't stop. Just don't
right.
stop
Exactly.
trying.
But hello, Carrie.
Hello, how are you guys doing? Long time no see,
Good.
Norm.
Yeah, it's been a long time. We were with each other for 2 days.
Yeah, you guys just spent the whole weekend together.
Yeah,
without
exactly.
me.
San Diego.
San Diego, yeah. All right.
At the Titan event. Yeah.
Yep, it was a fun event, really fun.
It was.
That's fun. So Carrie,
Yeah.
thank you so much. Your session was amazing. And thank you for sharing all this knowledge. And, I really want to take that moment to thank Helium 10 because they gave us so many
Wow, they
memberships.
pulled through for
and
us.
So,
Yeah.
wow, like I'm amazed, and I hope people are, excited as me because we already had a lot of winners. We will have one more winner. So later on today, we have 2 more prizes. We have one more 6 months membership to Helium 10 Diamond that I guess it's worth like $1,200 or something.
Yes,
right?
because
it's
it's usually like $279 a month. So
How
that's
come with Lunch
amazing.
with Norm, I get a 1-day trial offer, and with this, you give all these 6 months, 1 year.
It's a special event. Some lucky people today.
Yes.
Yeah. And
I mean,
we even, sorry to interrupt you, we even gonna have your special one winner gift, personally, your personal gift that is a coaching session with you. And you guys know by now, she knows everything, Walmart in and out. So you should be extremely lucky to spend that time with her and learn from her. So thank you so much. And thank you, Helium 10.
Welcome. I'm excited for that coaching session. So I wonder who's the lucky person that wins it.
I put my name in a couple times.
Oh, awesome.
So what are
Alrighty,
we, Q&A? How are we going to do this? Are there some questions that came in earlier?
Yeah, you guys post your question. If you're on the Zoom, if you're in the Facebook group, wherever you're watching, post your question. We will, yeah, our last session today was from a speaker from Walmart themselves, and Savira, and she announced everything that was in the summit.
Yeah,
a lot of announcement. So really interesting stuff. Everything that's happening right now with Walmart. I was already in my session. I was given a sneak peek. Couldn't hold it. A lot of those updates. But I think for me, a couple of the most exciting, and we heard an update yesterday from Jack as well. That was that they actually know that negative keywords will be coming soon to ads. Did you heard about that, Karen?
No, I didn't hear that. When is that coming?
You should have listened.
We don't
Shoulda
know.
listened.
We don't know, but it's Walmart. It will just come surprisingly, like they surprise you with those stuff, right? They talk about it, and then a couple of months later, those things happening.
They're pretty quick.
Yeah, but I think one of the couple of things that I'm extremely excited about is the fact that brands now can have better display of their brands and have brand stores. So that's extremely exciting. It's in beta, so it's not available to everyone. But again, it's just a matter of time till it will be available to everyone. Carrie, what are you most excited about?
I think that was one thing that I'm excited about, the brand stores. Also, Subscribe and Save. A lot of people have asked about Subscribe and Save, and that's in beta right now too. And I was asking Walmart about coupons and just whether or not they're going to be available. And so I don't know how much we need to kind of nag them about that, but I'm hoping that comes sometime, because really you only can get access to the flash pick deals if you have an account manager.
Yeah.
And so, on Amazon, though, we can put these coupons on all the time. And for me, especially going into like Prime Day on Amazon and just any of the holidays, when we put a coupon on our listing, it does super well on Amazon. So it just kind of like, builds that up. So I'm really hoping, I keep kind of mentioning that to them. And I think a lot of people said it at the conference, like we want the coupons on our products.
It's there, but it's only available for 50 sellers. It's in beta. Actually, I saw it. I saw how it looks.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. Maybe I can find the screenshot and share, but it is there. But if it's there, it's just a matter of time. So I'm very positive the stuff gonna come fast. But I really want to talk about the difference between Amazon to Walmart on a couple of things. So you were just talking about flash picks. So flash picks are available mostly to accounts. They have an account manager, or they had an account manager. It's something they will add in your growth opportunity. I was actually in my session, I was showing you, I was talking about that. That's like one of the kept secret, how we scaling sellers from 5 figures to 6 figures, and then from 6 figures to 7 figures is using a strategic account manager. There's no other way. There is other ways, but that's really helped to have someone from the inside. And that's, I think, one of the biggest difference. So for example, working with a couple of accounts and account managers with those accounts, one of the most amazing things that I was just amazed. It's like, are you seriously going to do that? Is that account manager would like to help you and be on flash deals. So if you're doing flash deals on Amazon, you need to pay for that, right? Don't they take right? So for Walmart,
the lightning deals.
Lightning deals,
yeah.
So if you have the option to add product to a flash picks, that it's like the same as like lightning deal, guess what? You don't pay nothing.
Yeah, it's so amazing.
And even more amazing than that is that they know that you have to get your price lower than the normal price, or lower than Amazon, and they will even make it worth it for you. So in one of the accounts, they even offered the seller that if you have a problem to lower the price, because if his price is already too low and you have a promise, they will cut his sales fee. So, we need to pay them 15% every time you have a sale. So they even were willing to cut his sales fee to 8%, so he can have more space, so he can have more profit, right? Because doing flash picks, flash deals, the goal is to get a lot of sales. The goal is to get the volume. You might not gonna get a big profit, but the goal is to get volume, because usually you can, if normal day you can sell 50 of something. If you're just one day on flash picks, you can sell 500 units a day. So that's a big difference. So I'm actually very fascinated from so many things. I don't know how much I can share. There's so much more. I'm like holding myself not to share all the stuff the account managers are doing, because I don't know how much we can share. But I'm telling you, if you're a big seller, if you think your product have a good opportunity because there's a lot of people searching for it on Walmart, or you're making a lot of money on Amazon, please try to get an account manager.
How much of money was the person selling that got on Flash Picks? Do you think there's an amount that you have to have per month in sales to get on Flash Picks, or?
I don't think so.
No, I think those account managers that we were working on, they were mostly looking at two factors. Factor number one is what are the products, because they know if those products are really good fit for Walmart, if they're a good fit, if that's, like for example, kitchen item, right? It's huge. It's amazing product for Walmart. And one of my other clients, they're mostly in the backpacks, kids backpacks, huge categories, a lot of potential. So again, those categories, and at the same time, those are sellers that come in from Amazon, making millions a year. So when they start with Walmart, they didn't need to do 100K a month to get an account manager. They saw the potential and like, okay, the account manager make a decision that they have the potential to get to 6 and 7 figures, and that's why they invest in them.
I saw a question that came through. So we talked about negative keywords, and the questions about like, what exactly do you mean by negative keywords?
Hey, Carrie, you want to take that?
So when you're doing your pay-per-click advertising, that means, sometimes you're doing auto campaigns and there's some keywords that come up that aren't relevant to your product, and you want to kind of put them in a negative category so that your ads don't show up again to those and waste your money. So right now with the auto campaigns on Walmart, like I don't even do them because they're just out of control. And so I lost money on the auto campaigns like quite a bit, and I was just not really interested in that. So I don't even do it. So maybe with negative targeting I might, but not sure.
Yeah, I think, with auto campaign, either you can win or lose. You have to monitor your ads.
Yes.
There's no other way.
But, we talk about paying your Amazon tax, and this is going to happen because you're learning. You're constantly learning, and you might launch something and you'll learn the next time or the next time. I'm still constantly learning. Things come up, they creep up, and you lose a bit of money here or there. But it really, in this case, it's paying your Walmart tax. Now you can listen to summits like this, or you could go and you can go to events and learn, or you can just do it yourself and pay no attention to courses or anything. You're going to pay, one way or the other. It's going to be like you just said, Carrie, about your auto campaigns. Well, somebody who doesn't pay attention to that, they could lose a whack of money. Or if it's not set up properly, or, there's a million different examples, but you're going to pay it one way or the other. How much? That's to be determined.
Yeah. A lot of people, and we know a couple of people, they started with Walmart and they were expecting too much without doing too much effort. And then they just didn't had a lot of sales. And then they just, okay, we don't want to be on Walmart. And then they would say, like, you cannot make money on Walmart, when it's not correct. It's really, you failed, but you need to, okay, what can I do more? What can I do next? Like,
okay, this is something I got to talk about.
Okay.
So I get this all the time, and you can see it in the chat groups, and you can see it wherever. But people say, "Oh, I'm not going to bother with Walmart. You can't make money on Walmart. I'm pulling out." What do you two have to say about that?
I start asking them questions. I say, did you optimize using the listing guidelines? What was your listing quality score? Did you start utilizing PPC right away? And I'll even sometimes take a look at their listings, but usually that's the case is that they haven't done any PPC I will say sometimes when I have looked at certain sellers, it's been just hard for them to compete price wise.
Yeah.
And that makes sense. So, there are probably some people that maybe aren't the best fit in that regard because their price point is just out of the range of pretty much all the keywords. But for the most part, when I hear that stuff, it's they haven't done any PPC. They haven't really given it their all. And so that's the biggest thing is I just ask questions and I say, would you ever launch on Amazon without any PPC or optimizing your listing for Amazon? And they usually say no. But I've gotten, people saying, I don't want to have to optimize for Walmart. And you know what? That's fine. You don't have to have, you don't have to have the upside of the Walmart opportunity. Well, I'll take your spot. And,
Yeah.
so that's like, I can't really argue after that. I just say, look, there's an opportunity there. And if you want to take it, you can get in there right now and it's not as competitive. And, and a lot of products that I've looked at where people are kind of negative, they definitely have the right products for Walmart. So it's just kind of an interesting thing. It's like, you know what? It's totally fine. I mean, if you don't want to go into Walmart stores nationwide and grow your brand to millions of dollars on Walmart as well, then that's fine.
Yeah, I agree because, there is not a lot of sellers on Walmart, and the one that are really doing it right, I can see, they see the success. There's no such thing. If you try and you put all your effort and you do everything and follow all the guidelines, optimize, run ads, there is not going to be success. Like I really, unless your product is really not a good fit for Walmart, but in a couple of cases that I had clients like that, or just people having conversation, and I looked at the product was great. Yeah, maybe they had too much competition, or they had issue with the price and things like that, but I think their mindset was the problem, not the product and not Walmart. It's just the mindset is like, I give up. They just want to give up because, it's taking a lot of effort and money from them, and they don't want to do that. I can tell you that one of our clients, when they came to me, they're in one of the most busiest category. It's coffee pods, right? It's like, what's the chance that in 2 weeks you can get into the first page? I was myself in shock, but we did such a good listing and optimize, and we started running ads, and we did we added beautiful images, and we make sure everything is really good, the score, and organically, even without really, we start running ads even a couple of weeks after, but organically they did manage to come to the first page because the algorithm really recognized the quality of the listing, and the algorithm is really trying to put really good quality listings in front of customers, that the listing have all the information and all the keywords, and it's written in a good way, and there's more than 6 images, and it's WFS. So that's really what the algorithm look at. And so I can tell you, and now I can tell you confident that almost every product you can get to the first page. I don't know how long, maybe it will take 2 weeks, maybe a month, maybe or 2, but it's still possible on Walmart. Like it's still simple because the algorithm is not complicated. It's really like, I think it's easy to know what the algorithm is looking at.
Okay, Gina's got a question here. I don't know if one of you want to take it. It looks like it's for Mikal. Do you see that question, Mikal? I'm an old guy with bad eyes.
I can open the chat. Yeah, no problem.
Says you talked about making a different offer on Walmart so you can have a different price than Amazon. Can you only do this with UPC, or is there another way like GTIN?
All right, Gina. So somebody was on my session. Thank you, Gina. Thank you so much for listening and watching. And that's such a good question. So I did talk about one of my strategies for the people that didn't watch my session yet, that one of the strategies that I work with brands is how we can create a unique offer, because we're trying to avoid that war between Amazon. What are you saying?
It was just kind of, it was one of your kung fu or karate moves.
Yeah, I'm like, there is an algorithm war between Amazon and Walmart because they're checking each other all day long to make sure that they have the lowest price, right? So what happened all the time is that if you take your price lower on Walmart for, a couple minutes or whatever, you do promo code, or Amazon will take you out of the buy box. And the same is the other way.
Mhm.
So how we can avoid that, because that's the struggle I see with a lot of brands, mostly big brands, is that struggle, right? So one of the things that I recommend is to create a unique offer. For example, one of our brands have, for example, an item for a kitchen item. So they have a couple of colors. So they removed one of the colors from Amazon and made it Walmart exclusive, right? So now this item is not on Amazon. So there's no way, nobody can tell him, your price is lower. It's like, there's no such thing, right? So this is what I mean. So you can do it in different way. You can be very creative. So Gina is asking if you can use a UPC or a GTIN. So again, if you can get GTIN exemption from Walmart, yes, you can use GTIN. If not, use UPC. Again, it's simple to buy UPC, go to GS1, get UPC. It's really going to help you. So if you're planning to, grow on Walmart, make sure you guys have unique offers. So unique offer, for example, yes, no?
No, I was just gonna say with that GS1, like don't go to any, don't go to
Yes.
eBay, don't do any of that,
Yeah.
because you'll be wasting your money and it'll just be a pain. But that's the only thing that Walmart will take is a GS1. As people were saying, I heard this quite a bit, that it's too expensive. I've got to buy too many. And
it's like
there's
$30.
a renewal.
What is $30?
There is the
So
single,
invest $30,
So
right?
over the last year and a half, 2 years, GS1 came out with the single barcode. You pay, I think it's $30, and you don't have to worry about renewal. So you can buy a single SKU.
Yeah.
I think the same people are complaining to you that are complaining to me about the GS1 stuff. Because I heard that too. And I'm like, I really think it's not that big a deal.
It's not. Here's the thing. So a lot of customers sometimes, they come and they know they need to create maybe a professional listing or images. And it's like maybe 200, 300, 500, like it is money, right? It's not cheap. But then they're planning this product is, we do research and we see that the competition is selling 500 units a month. So potentially you can make, at least $1,000 profit a month, right? Mm-hmm. So in a couple of months, in the first month, you already cover whatever expenses you have. So this is how I would like people to really look at things. You are investing, but you're going to make, because if you don't optimize your listing, you're going to sell 5 units a month. But if you fix it and put pictures and video, now you can sell 100 units a month. So really and just going quickly back to the unique offer. So a couple of other examples we did with other clients, for example, was to create, we have one client that he have an amazing brand for candies and he's selling amazing. So I told them, can you make one offer of all the flavors and make a bundle? And so again, something like that. Now he can play with it. And another secret I can tell you is when you actually doing flash pics and you eligible for that, this is the perfect combination, because now you can play with your price up and down as much as you want, put it in flash deal, in promotions. And this product, that special offer, can create you thousands of dollars in the end of the day if you do it correctly. So again, you can do 2 packs, you can do bundles, you can do a different color, you can add something. So anything you make it different with a different UPC, that's an exclusive, Walmart exclusive.
That's one thing I did too. I had a 4-pack and I made it a 2-pack and created different UPC codes. And I actually made it more expensive than on Amazon. It's our best seller.
Exactly. Here we go. You see? It's real, it's working. I'm telling you, I'm doing it for years. Even when I just started on Walmart, on Amazon many years ago, and the minute I heard that concept of bundles, I was the first one jumping on that thing, and I was like, bundle, okay, here we go. Everything to avoid competition, and it was so much fun because you create listing after listing after listing. Now it's I don't even try to create a listing on Amazon, to be honest. But like creating listing up and it just selling, everything was selling out. It was just amazing, because if you create bundles that is giving value, it will sell.
Even wholesale. So if anyone's doing wholesale, I've heard
Oh, yeah.
people are very successful doing that with wholesale.
Yeah, that's what I did
on
with
Walmart.
wholesale. So I used to sell a lot of backpacks. So what I did, I just sometimes I made it simple. Sometimes I made it even more hard for somebody to copy me. So I would buy from one wholesaler a backpack, and then I went to a different wholesale and got like a water bottle or like coloring book or anything that's really fun and makes sense that somebody would like to buy the backpack just because you get that extra thing. And and those stuff were always selling. So
Gina just mentioned here, I was trying to avoid having two labels with different UPCs for the same product.
So you don't need to have the same product to UPC. So if, for example, your manufacturer is creating that product with X UPC and that's the UPC that is for Amazon, that's fine. Now you ask your manufacturer or your prep center just to relabel, just put another sticker on that UPC with the other UPC and send it to Walmart. You see, those things, don't let those little things stop you, like labeling your product. That's what you need to do. You need to label, you need to do it. And this is where you're gonna, again, do the extra steps that other people are not doing.
All right. Now there is another longer question. Maybe one of you can read it because I'm an old guy and my eyes are bad.
The one that, 2 questions. Does anyone on the panel know personally if anyone that has had success utilizing the assortment growth? If so, please share. And then there's another question. So let's start with the first one. If we utilize the assortment growth. Okay, so for I think everyone that doesn't know what is the assortment growth, I think Walmart is giving you like suggestion of a product that you can sell, right? And I saw for some people, they got amazing stuff. Like because in the past, in my account, I had so many brands and products. I used to do a lot of wholesale. Now I don't do much at all. But what happened is that I got a really big list of a lot of brands, and I found really good stuff in there. So I think everybody should definitely go to that list and check it out, because what Walmart is trying to do is give you a list of items that either are out of stock or either somebody else is selling it, but his price is really high, giving you the chance to come. Or another thing that I see is that this product doesn't have any seller that use WFS. And that's huge, because the minute you use WFS, you automatically get the buy box. So definitely, Carrie, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really used for my private label, the assortment growth they have in there is just not helpful to me. So I haven't really used a whole lot of it.
Yes, I think that's the thing. It's customized. So maybe in your account is not good, but again, the stuff I got were amazing. Stuff I saw other people getting were amazing. So it's really depends what you're selling to.
I imagine wholesale. Yeah, it's really it's geared towards wholesale.
I agree. And then the second question, does anyone know if Walmart will be offering sellers a supplier list for the assortment growth? I don't think, I think that's asking too much, probably supplier. No, you need to go and find the suppliers. And you know, today with the internet and everything, it's really not hard. If you do good research, you can get to any supplier, any manufacturer, distributor. You can really reach out to everyone.
Okay.
All right.
Anything else? It looks like we've answered all the questions.
More questions. Yeah, let's give people a couple more minutes and see if there's more questions gonna come in. So again, let us put some questions. Oh, maybe in the meantime, we can give the 2 prizes we have, right?
Oh, yay!
There we go. Let's do it.
Yes. So we have 2 more winners. One of you gonna win 6 months for Helium 10 Diamond, and the other one will have the chance to spend 45 minutes with you?
An hour, yeah.
An hour? Oh, you were so generous.
I thought it was all day.
All right. Okay, so let me get our winners. All right. So for Helium 10, 6 months. The winner is David. So David, I think I have your last name here, Rhodes. So David Rhodes, congratulations, you are the winner.
Very
And
Congrats,
good.
David.
yes, and our next winner that you're gonna spend a full hour with Carrie, and I hope you're gonna take good use of this hour and learn a lot from her. The next winner is Evan. So Evan, congratulations, and so thank you for our Helium 10 for their amazing giveaway. Thank you, Carrie, for giving us this generous prize.
You're
and we
welcome.
also have Igor that won the book,
Yep.
Start, Scale, Exit, Repeat from our sponsors, Colin. So we have more. Tomorrow is our last day, and we still have so much more prizes to go. So you guys, if you still have a chance, we're drawing all day. So make sure that you're attending, and we have your email and everything. And I think, Norm, anything else?
Yeah, well, just thinking about it, and maybe we could talk about this for a second.
Yeah.
If you haven't got the all access pass, you might want to consider it, because not only do you get access to all of the presentations, but there's special prizes and just ongoing prizes, or not prizes, but discounts and giveaways that are happening with that. So why don't we talk about some of the things that go along with the all access pass?
That's what I wanted to ask you. Can I share a couple of those things?
You can share a few things. Why not?
All right. So again, all of you that got the all access pass or will get the all access pass, you will get all your bonuses. You're gonna get some emails with all this information, and we're gonna share some things in the Facebook so you guys can see all the bonuses. So all the speakers were extremely generous, giving us really nice bonuses. We can start with I think Larissa. She was super generous, and she was given a free audit and keywords report that you guys can take advantage of. And again, those stuff, usually if you go and you reach out to any company out there, it's usually, you're gonna need to pay for that. And so thank you, Larissa, for that. Sean Hart. So Sean Hart gave a bonus worth $3,000. So he's given a couple of his training and tools and ebooks, and there's so much. I was just amazed from all the stuff he was giving away, and it's really worth a lot of money. We all know his content is just amazing. And we also have Max, that he was given a 10% off his software, eCom 10. I hope I'm saying it correctly. And this is amazing. I cannot wait to play with it. I'm waiting to have a couple of hours just to play with that. We were looking in his session how you can generate amazing images using AI. And the thing that I like the most, and it's a great strategy for all of you. Another strategy that I'm working on with my clients is to create images with Christmas kind of in the background. So for example, if you're selling a dog toy, so make sure you have an image with the dog in a room with Christmas decoration. Maybe the dog will have like a little Santa hat or whatever, and the software can do it for you. So you really need to go find the dog or decorate your room. It's just the most amazing thing, and you can see it in his session. So I'm extremely excited to go and try it myself and add it to your listing, because again, that little thing is something that your competition is not doing. And if somebody's shopping for Christmas and he see this image, he will get a little bit emotional, and he's most likely to buy from you. So check it out. We have
look at Kevin King. Look what he gave.
Oh yeah, he gave a whole coupon book. It was like a couple of thousands of dollars.
26,000 in
26.
coupons.
Yeah. So wow, that's amazing. We have also, okay, so from VIA, it's one of our sponsors. So we talk about him a lot. Their VAs are trained for Walmart. You do not need to train them. This is like the best part. They also train for Amazon. So if you need a VA that know Amazon and Walmart, and they have a support with Me, myself, and my team are giving them full support. So if there's something on your account and they cannot figure it out, they will ask us. You know, there's always somebody that support them as well. Make sure they know everything. So I'm working with them for the last, I think, more than 6 months already. We're constantly working and training them on Walmart. So again, you can get a trained VA, and he gave a very generous offer for the all access pass. You guys can get 20% off of the one-time fee plus 10 free hours of your VA. So you have nothing to lose. You get a VA, you get 10 hours. The VA can work for you for absolutely free. So I think that's a great deal.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. And,
so all of this,
yeah.
so
And so
you
much
get all
more.
of this stuff. Yeah. And there's tons like,
can I say the last one?
sure,
Last
go
one,
ahead.
we have couple. I think
There's
also,
a lot.
Yeah, I think Carrie also offered a live Q&A, right?
Yeah.
And can me and Norm join you as well?
Of course.
All right, you get three of us. You get
Three
three
of
of
us.
us
There we go.
for a special Q&A with me, Norm, and Carrie. And another thing that me and Norm we're gonna do for you is we're gonna do a special training for Q4 to help you in a couple of things. You know, finding the right product, validating your product, and how you can optimize your product, and so much more. So me and Norm personally gonna do a very high level super training for you guys, probably in the end of the month on November. We will schedule that and send it to you. So you guys don't want to miss that.
And what's all the, well, like at the end of the day, because I know we had our early bird special, but what's the final cost for everything?
It's
what did it,
right now it's $99. So I think it's a
$99
steal,
for all of that. So
and more, and so much
So
more.
good.
We cannot. It's gonna take another hour, right? But yeah.
Okay, so there's lots there. I'm not sure if we'll be posting all the giveaways, but there's a whack. I'm sure we will. So if you are interested in going back, repeat, get all the presentations plus all those discounts and free product, just sign up over at ecompowersummit.com. It's 99 big bucks. I mean, 99 bucks.
Yeah, and
okay.
you will have a chance to win tomorrow Helium 10 membership for 12 months.
That's
Diamond.
awesome.
That's so worth it.
How much is that worth?
That's for Diamond. Let me just calculate it.
Isn't
I
it
think it's like
250
over
bucks?
2,500.
It's $279 a month times 12.
So,
That's $3,348.
oh my goodness. All right. You guys
Just
can,
add it
for
up.
$99, you can win a gift of
Plus all the other
$1,000.
stuff.
Yeah.
So anyways, I think that's it for tonight, unless there was any other questions. I don't think so.
No, we will see you again in the morning, early morning for me. But it's okay. I'm actually enjoying waking up early, and everybody stay safe, and we will see you tomorrow.
Well, just before we head off, I just want to do a really quick, oh gosh, I'm speaking tomorrow. At what time? 10.
Oh yeah,
there we
you
go.
are. Get ready.
Glad I looked. But
Yeah.
VAA, Glad Freeman's going to be on. I'm going to be talking after that about some best strategies of optimizing your Walmart listing. Then we've got the person behind the scenes here, and that's Nicole Whitlock, and she's going to be talking about improving productivity and profitability. Then we have Heinrich from Gimba coming on for 4 common pitfalls in product development. Kevin King's coming on with the 21 e-commerce hacks. And we just heard a bunch of hacks over at the Titan event, and he's always cool to hear. Pauline Prince, growth opportunities, and Charles. How do I pronounce Charles' last name? I just want to make sure.
Oh, I don't have it in front of me. You're just gonna need to say
I think it's Cocknell. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Anyways, he's gonna be talking about Walmart International selling.
Don't miss that.
The world.
If you have a product that you also have in retail, you would be amazed from that information that I didn't know. We met a couple of weeks ago. and we had this amazing conversation. There's actually Walmart stores all over the world. You can get your product into Walmart in China, in Chile, in Mexico, in so many places, and it's amazing. So check out this session as well. Yeah. And really, I want to take this time, and we do have somebody behind the scene here, and I don't think we could be here probably without her. So Nicole Whitlock, thank you so much. We really appreciate you and love you. And thank you for all the effort and not sleeping for the last week. Yeah. We love you.
Thank you, Nicole. Okay, so I think that's it for today. Right. Wow, another long day. And there's one more day to go. So join us tomorrow, and that'll complete 21 speakers at the end of that time period. Carrie, thank you for coming on again.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Yeah, I love coming on these. So thanks for having me.
All right, you're very welcome. Why don't you take us to the end, McCall?
Yes, guys, have a good night. And don't forget, you can still watch all today recording. It's going to be available for a couple more hours, maybe through midnight or through the morning. So make sure you're going back and watching. We had great sessions today, or get the all access pass, and then you can go sleep and not worry, because you will have access to it at any time. And yeah, we will see you tomorrow.
All right. Okay, everybody. See you later.
Bye.